What a save. That was Purdy. Too bad for the other team because
the timeouts of the court were pretty sparse. They only occurred with if somebody got hurt out on the court, which again was pretty rare.
I don't know if we actually had a set limit. We did for a while, but we never went by it anyway. Anytime you could grab the ball if you were going out of bounds, whether you had your both hands on it or not, if you jumped in the air and called timeout before you hit the ground, it was a timeout no matter what.
I think it was one of those unwritten rules that I don't know. I think it was tried to made into a rule, but it just turned into free for all. Do whatever you want, and if it gets to be excessive, then you might get called on it. But
the only time we call a timeout is when we take 3 steps out of bounds, pretend that we drum, and then call a quick timeout, just to kind of get the ball back in possession. I mean, we were young enough where we really didn't need a timeout to slow the pace down or catch our breath. We just use it as an advantage for ourselves to make sure that we kept the ball on a steal.
The timeout was basically, if you yelled out timeout, you pretty much got a timeout no matter what, other than if the ball was bouncing above the rim.
The only timeouts we had that I could recall were in between games. We would take a water break over at the well, just a little ways from the court itself, and
we did have the occasional break for water. Usually it was kind of in between games. We kind of kept playing until the end of the game for the most part. It wasn't like there was any sort of set limit on it, or nobody was taking the time to change momentum or drop a play or anything like that. It was kind of just play and until the buzzer, so to speak, and then it was usually a break after that or in between games where everybody kind of took a breather and got some water, but not much set on stone in that either.